Hello everyone, please welcome and join me Easy Steps Computer Repair and Upgrade. I have a HP Pavilion DV6. I'm going to share with you today that this computer is a i7, it runs great, has no problem, but there is one issue with these DV6 that they get heated up fast and the fan all of a sudden start going really crazy, and I wanted to share with you how you can fix it, and let me show you what we can do in order to fix it. I'm going to turn around this. I will open the battery first take the battery out. Now I'm going to open this 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 screws. Let me open these screws. I'll come back to you and I'll show you how we can solve this problem. I had opened already the 9 screws from all the corners and the sides. Now I'm going to remove 1 2 3 4 screws right up here, and probably not sure at this moment, but there would be a 1 screw under the DVD also. Once I have opened all the 4 screws, and now we're going to take this cover off. And in order to do this, what you need to do, the easiest way to do, if you look at the tabs on the sides over here, there are 1 2 3 4 5 tabs. So they goes inside this hole over here. You can use some kind of scribe, but I wanted to show you an easy steps. If you can use your nails, if you just put nail here and here, you push this one a little bit towards that way up, and it will pop up. It lifts easy, and you don't have to have real strong nails. Like I don't recommend using screwdriver or something, then you will damage the body. But it's very easy. So just want to share with you that tip. So once this one is open, the thing you need to do, you open the one screw over here, which I just release the screw, and you just push this DVD out. Once the DVD is out, now we're going to remove the body screws. 1 screw here, 1 screw on this side. There is another screw near the wireless cord. It's right here. So we need to open that screw. And then one, it says over here, that's the body screw, that's the spring action. So we're going to lose that screw. It don't come out. So let me open this. We're going to remove 4 screws from the hard drive or SSD, whatever you have. So once we remove this one, so it's important that I'm going to pull this one out as well. Since it's sitting on the top of the body, we need to remove this. After removing the SSD from here, you need to remove 1 body screw from here, right here. So that's small tiny screw. Yeah. Once we open the screw from here and we open the DVD out, we took the DVD, then there is 3 screws, 1 2 3 we need to remove. Once all the screws has been removed from the bottom side, now we're going to go on the top. And there is again one thing, we need to remove the keyboard. So again, you put your nail here, or you can use a small flat head screwdriver. You can push these things on the back, and if I do that, it will open up. Here you go. Once it's open, these tabs will open up. 1 2 3 4 5 tabs. If you look at those small tiny. So once the tabs are removed, now I can remove the flex cable and take the keyboard away, and then I'm going to remove 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 screws. 1 2 3 4 5 6. In order to remove the flex cable, it has a black stripe. If you use, again, I'm using my nail when it comes to work. I work on easy steps, means that anything easier for you. You use a proper tool if you have a scribe or a flat screwdriver, but I never recommend those until you are very technical, because any pointed screwdriver can damage the flex circuit, and then it can cause a problem. But your fingers are very safe, your nails are safe, you know what you're doing. So just put your nail and just open this black clip, put it in a middle and lift it up, and that cable will come out. So the keyboard is out. Once we open all the 7 screws and removing the flex cable, and now what you do, you come down here, and the easiest way to do this, you can go flip around. You just push this thing a little bit down with the finger, then you put your finger here, you grab it on the side, that's it. You open it, and that opens up, and now we can remove the cable. So this whole thing will come out. Will come out from the top, and this one also the same way, the black. So you remove one cable from here by lifting this thing, and the one over here. You can close up, just to bring this thing up and bring this one up. So this is the flex cable, the little one, and the one over here. So once this one is removed, now if we look at, this is the big problem we have with this DV6. The fan, they get clogged up, they get dirty, and they don't function 100%. That's the big cause with these computers. They bog down really, when you're working, and they just heat up too much. So now I'm going to remove the fan, or I can use a brush and I can clean it and blow the air out. I always bring things when it matters fixing or something in easy steps, but on this one I would not advise anyone to do work unless they are a little bit technical. But again, my motto will stay as is. If I can do it, you can do it. I wanted to build that confidence in you. So when it comes to easy steps, if you follow the instructions, you can do it exactly, and you can get the work done. So in order to open this, the whole thing, we need to open the body screw of one here. Once we open the screw, then we go back on the side. I wanted to show it to you. You need to remove 2 screws of antenna. Once you remove the 2 screws, then you remove the antennas, then you will take this one out. So that will release the motherboard. So in order to remove the motherboard, this is the power switch where it's on the bottom. You just pull that out. The flex cable, you pull again using your fingernail, lift this one up, it will come up. Then you have to remove one of the connector here. These connector you don't have to remove because that's gonna be part of it, but I just happen to be removed it because even this part is also out of the way. So a lot of things you can do. My main objective at this time is to clean up the fan, and I'm going to change the grease on my CPU. So what you need to do, once we are here, this is the whole motherboard comes out. Now I can put this one away on the side. So you have to be very careful. If you look at the fan itself is really dirty, and then top of the fan there are 2 small heat sink, one for the CPU, one for the graphic card. So they are so much close to each other, they get clogged up. Once these vents are clogged up, then the fan don't perform its job 100%. That causes the problem. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove these screws, and I'm going to remove the old grease from there. In other words, you call not a thermal compound, but it's grease. And I'm going to clean with the alcohol. I'm going to apply a new grease, and then I'll put these back. In order to remove CPU and the graphic card, we're going to remove these 4 screws and 4 up here. Then we're going to lift this one up. It has a little bit of tape on it, sticky tape on double-sided tape, one on this side, one on this side. So now if I look, yeah, my grease is totally dried up. See, no, nothing is on my finger. Same thing if I look here, it's all dried up. That is one of the root cause for these computers slowing down, making a lot of noises, the fan. And if I look at my fan itself, it's not that much dirty. Initially, I had anticipated that my fan is really dirty. It is dirty, but it's not that. It's like, I would say, I consider 10%. Then I will thought that vents probably clogged up. But the main reason why it's getting heat up, because of the grease. Grease has been dried up, and we need to use new grease. So now I'm going to bring alcohol. I'm going to clean up. I'm going to clean up with the brush my fan, and I'll blow the air out. So in order to clean up the fan, if you look, you hold your fan and just go like this. So you clean one on this side, and then you go on other side. The same thing, you do the cleaning on this side. So it's easy to clean it. Once you clean it, just blow the air. And these vents look really clean. To share with you that if your fan is really dirty, and then you can remove these 1, 2, 3, 4 screws, and you can take the plate out and then use a brush and clean it. In my case, it wasn't that dirty, so I just basically clean it, and the vents look perfectly fine. Just I blow the air. So now I'm going to use my alcohol swab, and this is the important part, that first you see this is so dry, I have to rub it. So I'm not going to show you. It's gonna maybe going to take me another 3-4 minutes to remove it. It's just totally dried, and same scenario on these. So let me clean up these, and I'm going to put a new grease. I'll come back. So I have cleaned the old grease from both sides, and if you look at so many wipes I have to use, then I have to clean this. And other thing is, once we are cleaning with the alcohol, it leaves the residue, not residue, it's like a water spots, like because alcohol swab contains water. So the water spots, it's very important that you just get a napkin or something, you just buff it up. Because the more we make it clean, there is no barrier in there, and once we're gonna put the new grease, then it's gonna make a better contact. So if you look at now, comparably looking before, it looks so nice and clean, shining glass. And same thing I'm gonna do on this one. I'm just gonna make it buff it. See how it cleaned this one, and that one still has some water spots. So once this one is done, this part, now I'm going to put the grease. So this one I have a silver. So if you have a silver, that is better. What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna put just a little amount, not too much, because if you put too much, that's also a big problem. A lot of people think by adding too much that will cools down. Matter of fact, that is bad for CPU and the graphic card. What happens that it's once we're going to put the screws, it's going to get squeezed out, then it's going to block the areas on the side, and that's going to cause a problem. So this is good enough. So after applying the grease, I'm going to bring the whole plate, the heatsink. I will just exactly drop it on top of it, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to tighten these screws. These had a double-sided tape. If you want to replace mine, I'm just leaving the old tape there. So I'm going to tighten these all 8 screws. Once the screws has been put in place, now it's the time to button up. So I'm going to button up the whole thing. I'm going to put all the cables back, everything, screws, and I'll boot up and I'll share with you. Okay, I put my SSD together, the cable. I put all the wiring, all the flex cables, put my memory back, put my wireless card back, and I'm going to temporarily test it. I have to put all these screws still back. If you see, all these screws gonna go, everything, my DVD gonna go back. So I'm going to plug this one. I'm going to see if Easy Step has done the job successfully. To put the battery, once the battery, let's cross the finger. I'm going to turn it on. So far, good sign. The light is on. Before we went on and clean up this one, the temperature was 89. So I'm going to see if that has make any difference with the new grease. I'm sure it's going to make 100%. It's a successful 100% rate as for doing it together. And let me start that mine, and we'll see the temperature, and I'll share with you that how much is right now is picking up 46. So it was idle when I was starting it. It was like a 72, 73, then it was going up to 89. The fan was going crazy, and now it's fluctuating between 46 and 49, and I still have to put the screws in and put the back cover. So I'm sure it's gonna go down, or it will stay as is. So as I would say that this is how you can fix your computer DV6 heating problem, and in easy steps. And I really appreciate each one of you joining my computer repair and upgrade. And thank you. And if you like it, please subscribe my channel. Thank you. Bye bye.